Hey, howdy ho, Lions fans. Welcome to DLP Game Day Drinks. It's the show where we help you make a cocktail themed for that week's game. After you see the cocktail recipe, go down in the comments below, give your idea of a name for the drink. We'll take that name, we'll put it on the post-game show, we'll announce a winner, and soon, I believe, we're going to have prizes as we keep these things going on. We may even go retroactively for you, so take advantage of the option now, and maybe you'll win something you don't even know what it is yet. Also, each week, we recommend you make the drink and have a drink along with us on the post-game show. It's a great opportunity to either celebrate with us or maybe drown our sorrows. I have a feeling we're going to do a little celebrating this week, and this is just the right drink for that. All right, this week's drink. The Lions are off to Chicago after a heartbreaking loss. Maybe some people are calling it a robbery. Absolutely, it was not fair and not in line with what fans of the NFL would expect. Lions fans, maybe they might expect something like this to happen just because of history. Speaking of robbery, when you think of crime historically and Chicago, you have to think of Al Capone. He was an importer of booze during Prohibition when he was at the top of his game. And in the 50s, they named a drink after people just like Al Capone and people that brought booze in during Prohibition. It was called the Rum Runner. Let's get it. The Rum Runner is one of my favorite of the tiki drinks. It was invented in the late 50s in Isla Mirada, Florida, in the Keys, as a way to get rid of a whole bunch of rum before a new shipment came in. This is a drink I often create in large volumes, such as in a pitcher, and take over to a friend's house and wind up helping my temporarily disabled friends as a result. It's a great party drink, but it's very, very potent. It's the Long Island iced tea of tiki drinks, so you need to be careful when you make these and be careful when you drink them. They're very, very sweet, very, very delicious, and can really, really hurt somebody. So knowing that, what does that have to do with Chicago? Well, back in the days when it was safe to walk the streets of Chicago, Al Capone was the man. He's the guy that kept the city and the surrounding areas supplied with booze up to their ears and beyond their needs in Prohibition days. The risks were high with some of the bad bathtub booze that had wormwood and caused blindness in people because they were desperate for a drink. And he was the guy that supplied the area. He was the guy who obviously knew how to live, and he's our tie-in to Chicago. These people that used to bring in this booze, as I said, were called Rum Runners. Al Capone was one of the most famous and prolific of the Rum Runners, especially in his day. And the drink was named for Al Capone, as well as all the other people in the Caribbean and ships that ran the booze. Anywhere that they were during Prohibition, they were called Rum Runners. It may be a loose tie. Whether we win or lose this week, we're going to want something potent to put us over the edge. So let's get to building. The first part of building a Rum Runner is to use a Collins glass. But we're in Detroit, and there's no Collins to be found. Let's be honest about it. And even if there was, it would be so slow, this video would be an hour long. So we're going to go and have a little bit of fun and use a tiki glass, a chilled tiki glass at that. Put him over here right now, and we'll start with the build. The first thing you need is 2/3 of an ounce of spiced rum. I love this Old St. Pete. It is an absolutely delicious rum, and I use it everywhere I can, just because it has such a distinctive taste and carries on such a great flavor. From there, a little bit of white rum, give you a little bit of kick as well. Again, like I said, this is a lot of the Long Island iced tea, if you will, style of the tiki drink. You want to be careful. It's mostly booze and just a little bit of citrus to offset that. Moving on, this is the secret. This is the very special secret, and why I only go with 2/3 an ounce of the two types of rum rather than a full ounce, because instead of blackberry liqueur, I use blackberry moonshine, which is absolutely delicious. It adds an incredible flavor to this drink. I go with a full ounce of the blackberry moonshine. We were able to tour the Old Smoky Moonshine place one time, and it was a fun place to see, and the tastings there are incredible. We go with an ounce of banana liqueur, and those two really, really give the Rum Runner its flavor. They're really, really something special. Okay, next we go to the citrus. First, we go with an ounce of pineapple juice. This is delicious. This is freshly squeezed. We'll have a video one day on how to squeeze yourself some pineapple juice. I always just leave the jigger there in the shaker to make sure it drains as much of the product as possible. We'll now add an ounce of orange juice to give it another little bit of the citrus balance. And then one last item that we'll add is a little bit of grenadine. Now, I'm using the Stirrings Authentic Grenadine. You can use Roses. Roses gives it that distinctive red color that you'll see, the bright red color. This, I think, has a lot more of the pomegranate flavor and gives it a little bit more. It's just a dash, whether it's the roses or the stirrings, whichever you prefer. It's the stirrings, I think, is more for flavor, where the roses will give you more the bright red kind of a color. From there, we add ice. After our ice, put our top on, we give a shake. Just about 10 seconds. The ice is there to help get it chilled nicely. A nice little protein foam on top. Then we take our tiki glass, our Hawthorne strainer, and we strain into our tiki glass. Tiki glass has some chipped ice in it to help cool the glass, but also to give you that real tiki flair for your drink. You can garnish with a orange or some other flavor, but it's up to your choice. Add a nice little straw and take yourself down to the Lions Victory Circle and enjoy yourself a Rum Runner at the expense of Al Capone. Again, my absolute favorite of the tiki drinks, the rum, this old St. Pete's rum. Find yourself a good spice rum, whether it's sourced locally or anywhere you can find it. It brings so much to these types of drinks. The resurrection as we had, and this Rum Runner, or what you choose to call it. This is a spectacular drink. One, again, it's dangerous. Drink in moderation, enjoy it, but definitely have fun. I think this is something you're going to enjoy after Lions victory in Chicago this week. Cheers.